How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Wicked New England. This one we're going to talk about phobias. So all those things that make us tick, make us afraid. Hopefully none of you guys suffer from any of these.
You do.
Well, it depends who brings that one up. Okay? We all got something that, like...
well, we know what number one's going to be.
Right? We all got something that scares us, so we'll just kind of go through it and, yeah, shoot the shit about it.
What's
Let's talk
that
about
coming
it.
from the ceiling?
Eight-legged freaks. Anyway, I'm not that freak. Yeah, I'd have to actually like see one, like not like a fake, on my back or something like that. That'd be different.
Hey, is this the next one to you?
Hey guys, give me the scissors real quick. Cut off his tail.
I got a knife.
I got a knife too. So does he. Trust me, all the boss men carry knives. It's just how it works.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
This is more of a box cutter. Anyway. Back to the topic at hand. So let's just kick it off. So I'm going to start off with one that I've been talking about lately. Covers kind of something we're going to be doing on Wednesdays. Phasmophobia. Right? So it's not just a video game. It's an actual fear of ghosts. And we're ghost hunters. So, I would like to think that none of us suffer from that. John's not here to ask. But I never really tried asking you guys. Are you guys afraid of ghosts?
I mean...
No.
I think I'd be spooked initially.
Okay.
To kind of like be, well, all right, this is in front of me. But
I should put that on the application for the next pledge.
I was going to say.
no, like the initial of like, oh wow, this is in front of me.
I can understand like the initial, like if you see something all of a sudden out of nowhere and it's like right in front of you, like the shock and awe value.
Are you afraid
But I
of
mean,
ghosts?
I don't think
Nah,
fear.
To be actually afraid? No.
I don't think I'd be afraid.
No.
Okay.
It's that quick shock of, whoa, all right, this is in front of you, but...
Well, I mean, that's surprise. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's surprise. That's
It's not
that
a
shock.
surprise.
Fear
Like I
is-
said, it's the shock and
Yeah,
awe
no,
value.
Fear is when they
Or,
start coming at you.
justification. Yes.
That's different. Because that's
I knew it.
the aggressive.
I know
I was
someone
sitting
from
there
work
like-
that
Finally.
it's kind of like that.
Really?
Yeah. He talked to me about it at one time. It's interesting.
We'll have to talk about this offline. Yeah. So moving on to the next one, I'm going to steal somebody else's, but I'm just going to throw it out there because I suffer from this. And that is arachnophobia. Okay, it's a very common thing because fuck spiders, they suck.
They really don't.
It's nah. I don't
I mean, if you ever want to see something funny, you guys can ask Sarah about this. So like once, twice a year, I force myself to watch arachnophobia, and I squirm. My God, more than anybody you'll ever see in that fucking recliner.
I can't watch that movie.
So wait, so time out. Any of our followers, if you want to
We should do a live
this
event.
movie,
We should-
I get the creeps
and
just
see
watching
him
that movie.
squirm,
I do, but I force myself
Hit
to
us
do
with
it,
all the
like
likes.
twice a year.
comment,
Yeah.
get more
It
subscribers
keeps
for
it
us.
real.
I know, at
Keeps
least
it
it's
real.
got some good funny spots in it here and there.
I don't
Listen,
know.
but-
All I think about is the
Listen,
spiders,
if we
so.
can get 100 more subscribers,
Actually,
we
this
gotta
year,
do this.
actually, I think it's in October. The remake is coming out in the theaters.
Really?
We should all go to the theater and watch the remake because it's supposed to be like extra graphic compared to the original.
Great.
The spiders are supposed to be even more creepy.
That might be something, you rent the theater out and then you get live reaction, have cameras on him to see where he's going.
Like, holy shit, he pissed his pants!
That would be great. Hey,
That
listen,
probably fucking happened too.
if anyone really wants to see this happen, you know what to do.
No, I just might like. If anybody tries to grab me in the theater, I'm bringing a fucking hammer in my hoodie pocket.
I'm
okay?
pretty sure that's not allowed.
And I will crush your fucking hands. That's all I'm saying. I'll do it. Try holding the video camera then. Okay?
Just throw popcorn.
You
at
do
him.
know they make body cams, right?
Just popcorn
Okay,
at
so
the
you
back
can
of his
see me
neck.
whacking you with a hammer. I don't care. Watch the tape. Relive it. If that's what you want. It's gonna happen. But yeah, let's move on. So who else has got one they want to bring up? We all got like a little bit of a list.
Go ahead.
Bonus points if you can pronounce it.
Or
Yeah,
what?
I'm gonna.
You know what? Before we continue, what's with these phobias having the weirdest, longest freaking names known to man?
Listen, this one's just like, I'm kind of baffled by it, but the fact that it's erotophobia, which is fear of sex.
That's why he's a virgin.
I'm definitely not a virgin, you know.
Explain the kids.
Exactly.
How do we know they're his?
One of them sure is. The other two,
I'm sorry.
Love
Don't,
that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
boys.
Please continue to bring me coffee. I appreciate you.
Cut it out.
Listen, my wife, you
Yes.
already
His
know
wife brought me iced coffee 2 days
what he
last
is.
week. It's
Well,
awesome.
your wife also looks at you and calls you a bitch anyway, so.
She did. She called him a bitch, and then she brought me a coffee.
and also called him. She also called him a basic bitch. So
That's because I got caramel in my coffee.
Yeah, that fits.
see,
Actually,
he agrees.
today I got a blueberry Dunkin' Latte.
This makes complete sense.
How do you
Again,
It
take
was
that
actually
coffee?
good. It was
Adam,
actually good.
How do
No,
you take your coffee?
instead of creamer,
I don't
they
drink coffee,
used
actually.
coffee milk.
Mm.
That was fire. That was good.
Occasionally, I'll have like
Hater.
tea, but not.
No coffee, just tea. How do you take your coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
He drinks tea
He drinks tea too. Okay.
with a little bit of milk.
I drink my coffee
Not often.
black.
Try.
Milk at night.
Milk at night.
Irish.
Ooh, all right.
If I'm
Good
drinking
choice.
milk at
Good
night,
choice.
I mean, if I'm drinking tea at night, I would want milk in it. Tea early in the morning, not so much.
Yeah,
The
you want,
opposite.
definitely want it black.
I was gonna say I don't put milk.
I like the
if I drink
oolong,
tea,
the
I
tea
don't
they
put
have
milk
at the
or
Chinese
sugar on it.
restaurant.
Mm.
That is
Yep.
good. I'll take down like 2-3 pots of that when I'm there.
I like how we just completely went
I was gonna
off
say
of
we are way off
our
track.
phobias.
Anyway,
We're in tea land. Okay,
So I mean,
bringing it back from China.
Well, I
the
mean,
fact of someone.
xenophobia. Then
Oh,
if we're gonna spread out to China, fear of foreigners or unknown peoples.
What's that? Is that ice? Just kidding. Just kidding.
you know where to find him.
Sorry, current events, guys. You know, we're just trying to keep it light. All right. Obviously, a lot of tragic stuff going on in the world. I don't really hope any of you are dealing with any of that, but shit happens.
If you
sometimes.
are, you know where to find this guy.
They don't. So don't give out my freaking address.
No doxing.
He's at 555.
Moving on. So, do any of you know what the world's most common phobia is? What would you think it would be if you had to guess? The most common one. More people have this than any other phobia.
It's either fear of water or fear of heights.
Wrong.
Really?
really,
Yes.
I actually would say germophobic or
I'm sure that's high on the
Arachnophobic.
list, but that's not it.
arachnophobic. I mean,
Nope. Social phobia, which is social anxiety. It is the most common phobia in the world.
Wow.
I might actually. I could see myself having that.
Yeah.
I really could.
Sorry, Polly. That's why we didn't go to your party. He's afraid of people. It comes out. It came
I'm
out.
afraid of big groups. I
This
guess.
makes complete sense.
Oh yeah, I mean, the more variables you throw into a situation, the less you can adapt to it quickly enough.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was it. Social phobia. So,
It's also social phobia is also a wide band.
it is. That's basically social anxiety.
Yeah, so I mean, that's
I mean, so, but then I don't know how you define that, like if you have like Asperger's or something like that. Do you really have the phobia, or is it just because you have Asperger's? You know, it could be different.
yeah.
You know, some kind of autism, some spectrum levels, whatever, they have social anxiety. So I don't know that for them it's the phobia, or maybe they just call it that for all of them too. I don't know. But yeah, moving down the list, we also have trypophobia, fear of repetitive patterns with holes. So if you see things that have pits and like things like that, it freaks you out, which freaks Sarah out.
Lamprey disease. Google it.
Actually, there's a horror movie. Okay, if you have that, you're gonna want to look at the cover of the movie. It's called The Ascent. Okay, thank me later.
I'm sure they will.
Dude, Sarah made me take the fucking movie off of our queue because she couldn't stand to look at the fucking picture anymore. She couldn't even have it in the queue for Netflix. It had to go away. So yeah,
Wow.
it's wild looking. Anyway, what else you got?
And like I said, I'm probably gonna butcher a lot of these names because they just all phobias.
Hey, what was that phobia with the like number 666 or 13?
I'll get to that one in a minute. It's a
Gesundheit.
tongue twister. Ophidiophobia, which I know I butchered that, but it's actually the fear of snakes.
Okay.
Same thing. Harrison Ford would have portrayed having
Raiders
this
of the Lost Ark.
in Raiders of the Lost Ark and all the other Indiana Jones films. I know.
Now, did you look up
as
what
a
the phobia was for rats so you could take care of his dad?
Ooh, no, I did
Because
not
his
find
father
that.
had the fear of rats.
I did not
Well,
see
the
that one.
girlfriend.
Was the girlfriend rats too?
She freaked out with rats.
She freaked out with
She
the rats.
freaked out,
but the dad was definitely rats.
Yeah. But I mean,
In,
I
Last
know,
Crusade.
I definitely had this when I was a kid. Not so much anymore. Snakes don't really bother me as much.
I'll go up and pick up a snake.
Yeah, so would I. I just don't understand. I guess
No.
I just don't understand how one could be deathly afraid of something and then have no real anxiety or fear of it whatsoever. That's
Well,
kind of the weird
Switching,
thing.
you mean?
Yeah, it's almost like the
I think
switch that tripped in my
Your
mind
brain
for fear.
rewires itself to not fear it anymore because maybe you understand it.
That's
Yeah,
possibly
Maybe
that.
before, like, you know, with me, I can definitely say the whole arachnophobia thing started not because of the way a spider looks. Spiders inherently don't really creep me out. It's the slowness and how they move, and it's like sudden, then slow, then sudden, then slow,
Yeah.
and they kind of have erratic patterns, like the way they walk. That's
It's
what does
that
it for me.
So it's and for you, it's kind of an unpredictable aspect.
Yeah, like there's no way of looking at a spider knowing which way it's gonna walk. It's not just gonna fucking walk to you.
Yeah.
With snake, I kind of feel like it's more predictable in its movements, and I mean, you know, I still have enough common sense to know that if it's bigger than me, I should probably not go near it. But I mean, if it's a garter snake, a black race, or something like that, yeah, I'll go pick it up. Whatever.
Why not pick up an anaconda?
I don't think I am physically strong enough to pick up an anaconda,
If
even if I
it's
wanted
a baby.
to. Maybe if it's a baby. I've picked up like pythons and stuff like that.
Pythons are great.
Like boas, but I mean, to an extent though. After a certain level of length, I leave them alone too because
It depends. Depends
once
on how
it can
big.
overpower me, and
It
I know that it
depends
can.
on the size of your group too, because if you're not by yourself and you're with people that you know will trust to help untangle you from a snake.
Well, I had a friend in Florida who was a venomist. Him and his father.
Oh,
whatever.
really?
So they actually extracted venom out of like snakes and stuff like that. They had, you know, they got to play around with black mambas, you know, rattlesnakes, all that stuff. And
A
that's what
lot
they
of the
did.
dangerous ones.
Oh yeah, I mean they were like so comfortable with it, it freaked you out. Like I remember once, like, because they had a glass like panel, you could stand behind it in like this room and watch them do it, and like freaking black mamba just straight up chilling, they're going over to it, picking it up, playing with it. I'm like, like that thing could kill you in a matter of seconds. Well, we need the venom. I'm like,
Did they devenomize it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
One that I think a lot of kids have, especially because they don't understand it, would be astrophobia, which is the fear of thunder and lightning. This does have an effect with mostly children.
fuck
As you get older.
thunder, you could. Sorry, it just makes me think of Ted.
Best part of that movie. One of the many best parts of that movie. And there are a few other ones that I actually...
Fun fact: he actually hates that movie.
Really?
It is. He's not a comedy guy. So I will say that.
What about the second one? Do you see it?
It's comedy.
It's more of the same.
It's still great.
I don't think he would go out
You
of his
don't
way to
like-
see it if he didn't like the first one.
You don't like a talking animal? Talking stuffed animal like that?
Well,
It's a comedy.
comedy context. You know, if it was like a stuffed killer animal, that'd be different. Like Chucky. That's not an animal, but I mean, yeah.
No, I prefer the little tiki dude.
Oh, for Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah.
Zuni.
Uh,
Zuni.
One that I do find, and I know we might find some of these as totally, completely strange and weird. A lot of phobias do exist, unfortunately, and some people are actually afraid of...
Everybody's afraid of something.
Yeah.
Nobody is universally unafraid of everything. Like I refuse to believe that.
The other one that I have up is electrophobia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and that is the fear of chickens or hens. I know it's the one that's
Hey, you know what though? Same thing. They move kind of weird. They got this little bobble going on when they're freaking like chasing after you. They're overly aggressive a lot of times. I mean,
Yes.
So I can see it.
Well, I can totally understand the fear of turkey.
Turkeys are evil. They used to have these things in Florida called, I mean, they probably have them elsewhere too, but they're called guineas. Like a guinea fowl, whatever. It looks like, I used to call them footballs.
Yeah.
But I'd chase them. But they're freaking mean too, though. They come back, man. They got freaking spurs in their heels and shit.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, yeah. They'll like jump up and like get you with the spur.
Ooh.
The shit was no joke. I got
Well,
stuck
I
a
mean,
couple
they
of
say
times.
that most birds are descendants of dinosaurs, so.
This is true.
Before I get into the other strange one of fear of numbers, which I didn't think was even possible.
Arithmophobia.
Arithmophobia?
That's just the fear. That's the general fear
That's
of
just
numbers.
the general fear of numbers.
Yes.
All right.
Not specific ones.
You got anything else?
Well, I just came across one that's really interesting. That
Go for
it's
it.
on the question if I have it. Looking at you,
Oh boy.
Fear of beards.
cacophobia.
What?
Cacophobia.
Cacophobia. Okay, what's that?
Fear of ugliness.
Oh,
A little bit.
doesn't really faze me much.
I mean, John probably could say the same, but he's not here.
Ain't no shame in my game, son. Skiophobia. You know what that one is?
What's that one?
Fear of shadows.
Really?
Oh,
Fear of shadows, shadow people.
that plays into our.
Yeah. So there was
Like-
one I was actually looking for when we were researching this. I watched a documentary on the Hat Man, which is like a phenomenon that occurs
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
overdose on so much Benadryl, if you will. They actually have a specific phobia for that, for the fear of the Hat Man, but I couldn't find out what the damn name was. I looked all over, so I'm gonna have to watch that documentary again. And folks, if I next time I watch it, like it'll be kind of weird because I'll just drop it in the middle of an episode and be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is what it was. But I'm gonna find out what that
I
is
definitely want to know.
because yeah, it's something. I always thought it was kind of strange because how can you be afraid of something you can only see if you overdose on drugs? So. I don't know. It's got to take you a lot of effort to get to that place, right? But
I don't know,
there's
it's a big
Whoa.
thing now. Look at that rapper who sings about lean,
oh yeah,
which is basically robo tripping.
Don't do that.
Cashed out to the 90s right there.
Yeah. I never did that in my life.
Dude, I knew one guy. He came by the house to hang out middle of winter. He's got freaking a t-shirt on, shorts, and the top of his head is steaming. He ended up killing like 2 or 3 bottles of Robitussin.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when I tried that shit, I only did like 1.
I was gonna say.
You know what I mean?
that's-
And it's
No.
that was stupid enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, like 2 or 3. is like,
I think the most I ever got through was maybe a half bottle. I didn't even drink the whole thing.
yeah, if you do a whole bottle of NyQuil, though, I tell you what, you'll sleep good.
It's not that
Might not
cheap.
wake up that good.
Yeah, usually if I take NyQuil, like when I get like cold or whatever, I don't fucking use the stupid little cup. I usually just
Take a shot.
get more than a shot. It's probably like 2 or 3, but then you just wrap up in a blanket, chase that with like a shot of Jack Daniels, and fucking sleep it off.
Sounds about right.
But moving on down the list now, autophobia. So for everybody out there who's afraid of their boss, this one's for you. Fear of authority. Okay, so obviously that can come in all forms. I would imagine there's a lot of prisoners out there with autophobia. Fear of the prison guards and such. Maybe it's just fear of the baton.
Maybe not so much anymore. I think that would probably be more back when there was less regulation.
Yeah.
I think if I was a prisoner, my biggest fear would be sexual assault.
Yeah, that would be.
To be
my
honest,
fear.
I mean, like if I'm going to jail, it's on my mind.
That's-
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I'm praying for solitary.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know. I might smack a guard with my tray just to get put
What do
in
you mean?
solitary.
I mean, you talking about the,
You might smack the guard with the tray, get a little bit beat down from the guards smacking that
But I'll
guard.
get to go to solitary.
But you'll get to go to
I
solitary.
mean, you're talking about the fear of getting sexually assaulted. I guess that would be erotophobia.
See, he looks up all the sexual ones. I'm starting to wonder if he's a deviant.
Maybe.
well, we
maybe
can
not.
always ask the
I
wife.
mean, there's a couple he hasn't brought up yet that
Yeah, I know, but we're going down the rabbit hole. Is my point.
My fear is, how does your brother know about some of these already?
We were already talking.
Remember what we said about dropping the hard R? We don't do that.
No. Anyway,
Why we gotta go there for?
Pharmacophobia, fear of medication. So,
Do you have that?
no, definitely not. I like my chemistry set.
That's great. Especially on the weekends.
No, but definitely not. And besides, if Advil wasn't around, I'd probably die and not be able to function as a human. You know what I'm saying? So ibuprofen, thank you. Advil, if you want to sponsor me, I'm your guy. I'll be the poster boy for Advil.
yeah.
But yeah, that, and I guess my blood pressure medication now will we'll say shout out to that. Ooh, keeping me alive. That's it for me, man. I don't have any more that I really researched.
I
This
do
is kinda-
have 2 more.
Oh, okay.
I
so
am totally gonna
Anthony's got
butcher
a couple
these.
more that he's gonna say some really funny sounding words that are probably gonna be wrong.
definitely gonna be.
I will
wrong.
try to insert something to sort of fix it. Maybe I'll just put
Maybe.
the phonetics in
Yeah.
there so it's easier to say. Do you have any more left before we get to Anthony's? Because I feel like we need to close with that.
I think we should close it.
Because I want that to be the last thing on your mind when we close this episode, is his pronunciation of these phobias.
You're more than welcome to all reach out to him too.
Fear of public speaking?
Yeah, definitely fear of penalty.
Oh, you screwed now. It's a good thing we're recording this and you're not a live studio audience.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
make
you
it.
should
I would
consider
not
that.
make it through this right
Who
now.
would want a live podcast? Okay? Hit me up in the comments if you'd like us to do this live. I will definitely do that. Put everybody on the spot.
Do you realize?
see who
the
turns red.
First,
Johnny on the spot.
Okay,
First of all, I'm already turning red.
Yeah.
First of all, do you realize the first question they're gonna ask me?
Why?
Say what the phobia is for 666.
Yeah.
We already know this just
So,
by hearing it on the computer.
Fear of the
But-
number.
Fear of
666.
individual numbers, but I'm actually gonna start with the number 13 first. Yeah, we gotta work up. I gotta build up. You
That's a
know,
good point.
We're going in
We've
numerical.
got-
Yeah,
we've got
sending.
numerical.
Might as well.
Sending numerical order. Okay.
Triskaidekaphobia. Is
I
that
don't
even pronounced
know.
right?
Triskaidekaphobia?
You tell me.
he talks about me saying hard R's. What was that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess.
All right.
Triskaidekaphobia.
And that is for the sole fear of the number 13, which basically goes from the origins of religious beliefs as well as superstition. And I can definitely kind of see and understand that because we all understand that 13 is in multiple different aspects.
Only
with-
for the superstitious, okay?
But here's the thing, it's become so commonplace. You don't have a 13th floor in most buildings.
This is true.
This is very true.
They skipped
So
from
the-
12 to 14. There really is a 13th floor. Obviously, there's not dead space, but
Well, the 13th
Well, I mean, it
floor
could
is
be-
about
it-
half
it
the
could be
floor,
too,
but
yeah.
it's not actually counted. And the last one, which I know I'm butchering, bear with me, folks, is for the number 666. And this was hexacasioi, hexukanta, hexuphobia.
Gesundheit.
Now,
where's
I know.
that? Where's that? Which one is it?
The big one.
Top one.
I'm going to try again. We'll try again.
Nope.
Let's
Let's
try
try
it.
now.
Hexacalcioi hexacontekexuphobia.
No, that wasn't a curse. He wasn't
That-
casting any spells on
We're
me.
not casting any spells. That's
I think
the
I summoned
actual-
something.
That's the actual phobia.
Why are the
for
lights
number. That's the actual number for the phobia for the number 666. And of course, everybody knows that 666 is supposed to be the sign, the number of the beast,
Well,
devil,
They
worshiping.
mention it
And
in the Bible, but here's the thing: it was in a dream, and in a dream you see things backwards. So is it really 666?
Or 999.
yeah,
Or is it GGG?
Uh-huh.
it's a good question.
Good game, though.
Anyway,
Damn it! I'm going to look like a fool if that 666 I got tattooed is really supposed to be a 9.
Yep. Well, no one told you to do that.
well,
That might not entirely be true.
Oh! The plot thickens.
I don't know what you're talking about.
anyway, folks, I guess that's it.
That's going to do us on this episode, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. You get to mock Anthony for a lifetime on his pronunciation of phobias. Mine too, for that matter. I probably summoned a demon. It's going to be like Evil Dead. Something's coming out of the woods. All right.
Why is there a hand
just
coming
put
down
your
the
hand
wall?
Yeah,
out of
no.
the floor?
We're going towards.
Hand over there coming out of the floor. We want to watch out.
Did you take the paper? Because I told you not to lick it yet. Okay. We got to end this, folks. We're going to
anyway.
say goodbye on that note. It's been great. And please catch us on the next one.